On this episode of our Epic Overland Adventure, we tackle one of the most legendary unpaved mountain passes in the United States. Join us as we push our limits on the toughest, most dangerous trail we've attempted on this trip, climbing to over 13,000 feet in pursuit of unrivaled views, perched on top of the Rocky Mountains. Gondola ride and Telluride. We had a day to kill after getting over here and just been enjoying the town.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get Christine acclimated to heights.
I can't turn around.
Because tomorrow is Imogene Pass, which is going to be a little 13,500 feet and shelf roads, and so it's gonna be super steep. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to it for like a year. And Christine's a trooper for coming along. So yeah, we just enjoyed our day and taking a gondola ride back into Telluride.
Yes, I just can't turn around to see it. Oh, why is it shaking?
Good morning. Today is a day that I have been looking forward to for a very, very long time. Because today we're going to take Imogene Pass from Telluride all the way to Ouray on the other side. And it just looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful. The scenery, as well as the mining history, a bunch of old abandoned mines that we'll see along the way. So we're up early because our weather window is a little bit short. Talking to the locals here and looking at the weather forecast, it looks like early morning is our best opportunity to get over the pass before thunderstorms roll through. So we're gonna head out in just a little bit, and if I'm honest, I'm a little bit nervous, got a little bit of nerves going, just because of the super steep ascent and shelf roads, but I think it's gonna be just fine. So join us for this trip up over Imogene Pass.
Imogene Pass begins as a nondescript dirt alleyway in a residential area inside the town of Telluride. The elevation gains begin almost immediately, with the town quickly fading off into the distance. A few miles into our trip over the pass, we arrived at a tunnel known as Social Tunnel. Blasted out of the rock over 130 years ago, this tunnel had been used by horses, wagons, vehicles, and as the story goes, it was a rendezvous point for miners, meeting girls from town for, to put it as PG as possible, social visits. Oh, the stories this tunnel could tell. Soon after the tunnel, we found ourselves on some seriously tight shelf roads. And with oblivion just a few feet from the passenger tires, full concentration was required. With Christine's fear of heights being put to the ultimate test. Eventually, the shelf road relented, and the first large mine site along Imogene Pass emerged. Here sit the remnants of the Smuggler Union Mine. When gold and silver were first discovered here in 1875, the Smuggler became one of the biggest mines in the area, containing some 20 miles of tunnels.
give you all an update, we are at Tomboy, an old abandoned mining town. It's pretty wild up here. Pretty foggy, kind of spinning. We are high up. What's the elevation? Are we at 11,000?
Let's see.
I'm gonna guess 11,000.
11,000 feet.
Ooh, nailed it.
During its peak years mining gold and zinc, Tomboy was home to nearly 1,000 residents and included a store, stable, school, and even had its own YMCA and tennis courts. Situated at over 11,000 feet, this makes Tomboy one of the highest elevation ghost towns in North America.
So in the 5 or 10 minutes that we've been up here at Tomboy, the fog has really started to roll in. The road continues that way, so it's getting covered in fog, so we're going to continue on.
With the weather closing in and visibility dropping rapidly, we made a dash for the summit, leaving the ruins at Tomboy behind and beginning our final ascent into the clouds. We made it to Imogene Pass! Views up here, absolutely, well, non-existent. But,
They're probably
whew, what a drive. That was intense. That was a lot of fun. We're at the top, now we just gotta get back down to the bottom. So, here we go. Tension marked our initial descent from the pass. The thick fog obscured all visibility, preventing us from knowing if another vehicle was climbing from the other direction. If there was, being the downhill vehicle, we would have to yield right of way. But on this shelf road, there was nowhere to safely pull off.
You're gonna drop. You're gonna drop the back. You're good, Corey. You're gonna come down in the back. Easy peasy.
And then, finally, we emerged from the clouds and were greeted by a stunning high alpine landscape spanning in every direction.
Trying to figure out where to stop. The views are beautiful.
I don't know if I thought anything could be more beautiful than White Rim, but this is giving it a run.
Oh, this is gonna be a big climb.
I think we should stop here. Sure. Wow. We descended from the top of Imogene Pass. The summit, we could see absolutely nothing, completely fogged in. And then as soon as we came down about 500 feet, it all started to open up. And I mean, come on. There was a little bit of rocky descent from the summit, some little rock steps, but nothing too bad. And now I think we're just gonna get to soak in the views on the way back down into Ouray. And if you want to experience Imogene Pass, but don't want to drive it yourself, you can always do what these people did and catch a ride on one of the many tour trucks that take people up and over the pass. But I'd say that nothing beats doing it in your own rig. With more fog closing in, we got back in the trucks and began our final descent from the pass. And just a few minutes later, we encountered a freshly cleared rock slide, serving as a reminder of the often unpredictable nature of a high-altitude pass such as Imogene, and why extreme caution should be taken when navigating trails like this. After 4 unforgettable hours, we had reached the end of the trail. Imogene Pass is, to put it simply, a stunning trail. Challenging, rugged, and beautiful in a way that no camera can capture. It's a pass that must be experienced firsthand to truly understand. Thank you so much for watching and for joining us on this adventure. There's still more to come on our Epic Overland Adventure series, including another high-altitude Colorado pass. So if you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one.